what exactly is holistic massage therapy, and how is it different than a regular massage?
So with holistic massage therapy, it's not about chasing pain. So we show up differently with stress, movement patterns, even emotional. It's going to show up differently in our body. So we're treating the entire body. We're sitting down having a conversation, finding out what's going on. Is there an injury that happened? Is it work related? Trying to find out what's going on in life. A regular massage is going to be more about just going in, relaxing muscles, and that's pretty much it. So we like the whole body approach. We think that gives the best lasting results.
So when people go and get a regular massage, they're just going in 60 minutes, just getting a little bit of relief. But when they come see you, you're working with them, who they are, their pain, their experience, and you're developing that relationship with them. And that relationship, that experience is really identifying where they need help with.
Yeah, a lot of times what they have going on in their personal lives will reflect what's going on, their holding patterns in the body. So that's another thing that we talk about what's going on, what's been happening.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Can you walk us through what a typical session looks like from start to finish?
Yeah, definitely. So we always sit down, we have a conversation before a massage even starts, plays, cranial session, stretch, whatever the service is for the day. We're going to sit down, we're going to have a conversation, we're going to find out where you are that day. What are you expecting out of this service today? Are we looking for relaxation? Are we looking for therapeutic pain relief? Just whatever it is that we're looking for. So we're going to have that conversation. From there, based off of what you tell me, health history, we're going to be able to recommend, okay, this is the type of massage we're going to do today. We're going to go over areas that we're okay. Are we okay with, scalp, pecs, glutes? We're going to point out and make sure we're okay with those areas. We're going to go over the different enhancements that we use that's automatically part of a massage. We're going to make sure that, you're okay to use CBD. You're okay for hot stones. If we need cupping or scraping, we're going to talk about all those things before we even step into the treatment room. Once we get into the treatment room, we're going to, start with, how to get on the table. We're going to disrobe to your comfort level. We're never going to tell you need to completely remove all your clothing. It's whatever is comfortable for you. This is your session, what you're going to be comfortable with. Okay. We're going to go over, everything's customizable for you. So the temperature of the table, the temperature of the room, the music, the lighting, temperature of the stones, my pressure level, which is the most important thing. We're going to go over, the pressure should be comfortable. Yeah. It should never be painful. If you're holding your breath, if it's past hertz ago, it's too much. We want to make sure that's in the comfortable zone. That way we're both getting benefit from it. I'm not fighting you, you're not fighting me. So we're going to talk about all things that are going to happen, show you how to get on the table. We will talk through the massage at points, checking in pressure level, if anything feels uncomfortable, so we can make adjustments. And that's pretty much how it goes.
So before they even get into the room, you're sitting down with them, you're making sure that they're comfortable, going over everything.
Yes, 100%.
Make sure that they're well taken care of.
Yes. Yeah. Most important is the health history. Make sure there's not going to be any contraindications with what we do if they have anything going on. But that's the biggest thing. We want to make sure they're safe and that we're staying in bounds, that they're their comfort level.
We'll make sure that they know that they're in control of the massage. No, we're not the ones that are in control of the massage. It's what they want, not what we want.
So they're the ones in control, and you're guiding them through that path of healing.
Yes.
100%.
Love that.
We are a partner with them. We're not doing it for them.
A lot of people say that we're healers. We're not healers. We're facilitators. We create the space and the area for you to be comfortable enough and safe enough to relax enough for the healing for you to heal yourself.
Interesting. What would you say the difference between a facilitator and a healer is?
I think for me personally, that if someone says they're a healer, you need to run.
You need to run.
Yes. We heal ourselves. No one can do that for you. So we can get you into the space to be relaxed for your body to do it naturally. Okay. That's what the goal is. So we give our power away.
So you're facilitating them to heal themselves.
Yes.
100%.
Instead of you healing them, because it's really up to them to heal themselves.
Yes.
Ultimately.
Yes.
If they don't get relaxed enough for us to work through whatever they have going on in the body, then they're never going to work through it.
Got it. I love that. I love that split. Who tends to benefit the most from the services that you offer? Is there kind of like an ideal person or somebody who comes in that you see, you could benefit more than anybody else?
I think that everyone can benefit whether it's from the fascia stretch therapy to the massage. We live in a very chaotic and stressful world, and I think that we all need that relaxation and the reminder to do self-care.
I like that. All right. So, you two have been doing this for a good while. What would you say the most rewarding transformation is that you've seen? Someone's come in and they were, right down here, but after a couple sessions, they just jumped up dramatically. If you could think of a time like that.
For me, with the cranial session, I've had a couple of people come in and they have pain in specific areas that's been there for years. And this is where we sit down and have the conversation about what's going on and what's the emotional stuff that you could hold in the body. Because working through the session, working through what we've got going on, one specific person has had hip pain forever, couldn't lay on that side, whatever. Worked our way through the session. By the end of the session, the hip pain was gone, and from what I understand now, it hasn't been gone. That's after one session. And that's just from emotional holding that you have.
Okay. Let's see here. What does someone typically feel like after their very first session?
They're going to feel a...
Well, the term that we like to use, we call it sheet-faced.
Really? Yeah. What is that?
You're just so relaxed that your hair's everywhere. That's how relaxed you are. Instead of being shit-faced, you're sheet-faced from the massage.
We like that term. I think they're going to feel they're going to feel relaxation.
Yeah.
They're going to feel that they didn't realize how much tension they were holding in their body. And a sense of... What is the word I'm looking for?
I'd say a greater awareness of what's going on in their body.
Yes, greater awareness of what their body is, because they're able to feel, this is what normal should feel like. This is what relaxation should feel like.
Yeah. And they feel things that they haven't felt before. It's been years since I felt like this.
It's been years since you felt like that?
Yeah, we've had a few people say that, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
And what would you say when they do that? Like, what are the symptoms they're coming in with that... is it like bad back? Is it back shoulders? Is it...
I get a lot of neck, shoulder, and lower back. Those are the main areas that I get from massage. And a lot of it is from sedentary lifestyles. Sitting in front of a computer and not getting out and moving. So being able to release the muscles in that, create range of motion, it's life-changing.
So what do you recommend to people, who have that sedentary lifestyle? They're in a chair, in a hunched over position, in front of a screen all day. What would you recommend to them to, take care of their health, actively?
Get up at least once an hour and walk for 5 minutes.
Just that simple.
That can make a huge difference.
Movement. Motion is lotion for the joints. The more you move, the better you will feel.
Motion is lotion for the joints.
We had to add the joints part on because it can sound very inappropriate if you don't.
I want to go home and tell my wife about that.
No, it's true. It's like I used to sit in front of a computer all the time. I had chronic migraines since I've left that profession. Moving, my job, I'm constantly moving. I don't have migraines anymore. Yeah. I don't have the pain in my shoulders and my neck like I used to. It's amazing what movement can do. That's what we're built to do.
I was a truck driver for 25 years.
Yeah.
I sat in a truck 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day. So when I was out of the truck, I'd have horrible low back pain. And that's from sitting, muscles that are shortening. So when you do stand, they stretch, they put tension on other parts of the body. So yeah, moving makes a huge difference.
Moving makes a huge difference.
Huge.
I like it. Do most people notice the results right away, or does it take some time?
There are some that will get immediate relief. Gentleman today, the same thing, lower back, playing pickleball, strained a muscle, worked some things out, loosened up. He feels amazing.
I don't recommend pickleball.
Are you saying I should watch out when I go play pickleball?
It's dangerous.
Really?
So many pickleball injuries: ankles, hamstrings, low backs.
Again,
quads.
I think that
we'll come back to that. I want to hear more about this.
There are some people, especially ones that have chronic conditions or chronic pain. The problem didn't happen overnight. It's not going to go away overnight. So it's going to be maintenance, more frequent visits to be able to get you that lasting result.
And what people consider chronic pain is just lack of attention to themselves. It becomes chronic pain because you haven't done anything about the pain that you're feeling. You've got to listen to the body when it's whispering to you before it starts screaming at you.
Yes.
Your body will give you the warning signs. You just got to be able to listen.
Everybody gets them. We all ignore them. And then all of a sudden the body's screaming at you because you can't bend over and tie your shoes because your back hurts so bad. Well, I bet you had a twinge about 2 months ago in that low back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was talking to a friend of mine about this. We said that most people, when they have something going on in their lives, it's like driving in a car and you hear like that grinding noise, but you just turn on the radio and turn it up.
Yeah.
Then you don't hear the grinding noise anymore.
Right.
Exactly.
Until eventually down the road, you have a wheel that's falling off. It's like, oh, I didn't know that happened.
Yeah.
But there's warning signs.
Yeah.
Yes,
100%.
there is.
100%.
I think we're really disconnected from our bodies, though. So we are so busy with everything out here that we're not listening to ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to ignore until it is screaming.
As connected as we are with social media, we are the most disconnected we have ever been.
I
From
believe
ourselves.
that. 100% believe that. So what do people get wrong about massage therapy, or is it Reiki or Reiki?
Reiki.
Reiki. I got it wrong twice.
Okay.
What do people get wrong about massage therapy or Reiki before they try it?
I'll let you run with that
Okay. I think one of the biggest misconception is that deep tissue has to hurt.
It doesn't?
It
No.
does not have to hurt. Deep tissue means that we are going to reach the deepest layer of muscle possible to get you that relief. That's all that means. It does not mean it has to hurt. So you have the ones, people that are on the mindset, we have a short amount of time, we're going to get in there and work it. So they're going to put your elbow through your back to your belly button. That's what they do. We are on the mindset is if you take your time, warm up the muscle, you can melt through the muscles to get to those levers.
So you've got multiple layers to the muscles. You soften this layer,
You get
it
to the
allows
next
you to
one.
get to this next layer. You soften this layer, then allows you to get to the next layer. And that doesn't have to hurt to have that happen.
It does not.
So layer after layer after layer, just continue to go down until you hit that deep tissue, but it shouldn't hurt.
No.
Which basically all that means, deep tissue, you're reaching the deepest layer of tissue.
That you can get with massage. That's all that means. As far as with Reiki, I think a lot of people, they think it's out there, woo-woo, or it's religion-based, and it's neither.
It
Okay.
is woo-woo, but it's good woo-woo.
It's good woo-woo.
I'm not
It's
gonna
not
take from
religion, put it
No,
that
it's
way.
not a religious
It's
thing
not
at all.
religion. It's not connected to any religion at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do people think they need to do to prepare but actually don't?
They think they need to drink a gallon of water, and they think they need to do all the stretching before they come in to see us.
But they don't need to do that.
Not right before. You need to do the gallon of water all
Days.
the time. Not just before you come here, because it's not going to hit your system. And if all it's going to make you have to do is get off my table and go pee in the middle of your session.
Yeah. Normally, it takes about 7 days for the hydrate. So if you're consistent, it's about 7 days prior. That's when that happened.
Got it.
7 days prior. And then for some reason, ladies always apologize because they didn't shave.
We don't care.
I don't
Don't
care
care?
if you don't. I don't care if you don't shave. Don't even
It
worry
just
about
helps
it.
me exfoliate.
It's like I said, the gentlemen do not care, so do not care yourself.
No.
Okay.
So what should people do to prepare before they come see you, if anything?
Come as you are. We will meet you where you're at.
Take a shower.
Well,
Show up clean.
yes.
It has to be said, because there's times when people show up, you're like, okay, we're going to be all right, but we're going to need to...
But for most people, it doesn't seem like common
No.
sense.
For most, it doesn't. There's some that... Yeah,
Okay.
So it's just we're going to meet you where you're at.
exactly.
You know,
So
there's-
health-wise, come as you are.
Exactly.
Sanitation-wise, take a
Common sense.
shower
shower.
would be
Common
nice.
sense.
All right. Can you explain
Craniosacral?
craniosacral therapy and FST in simple terms?
Craniosacral therapy is a fully closed modality. It uses the pressure is nothing like a massage. It's like the weight of a nickel is about the most pressure we're using. And the whole intention behind it for me, there's lots of different versions of it. For me is to get your body to calm down, which is calm the nervous system enough so that it can then let go of whatever it's holding on to, whether
Yeah.
that be trauma, emotional stings, or whatever, just to kind of get the body to. And there is a certain amount of, we can work with certain bones and stuff like that, depending on what you have going on to help relieve migraines, vision, sinus issues.
TMJ.
TMJ is a real big one that we work with because it's all working with the joints open here. I like working with children. They're fun.
Kids are fun?
Oh, kids are amazing. It's like holding heaven. So yeah, they only take about 10 minutes, 10, maybe 15 minutes a lot of times working with them because that's what their body knows. Yeah. They don't know any different. They haven't, as I like to say, they haven't been programmed as to you need to do this, or you need to do this, or you need to do this. They just innately know what they need to do. Before they develop like bad habits and before we're taught through society that this is the way it's done, this is the way it's done, this is the way it's done. They don't have that programming, as I like to say, already in them. Yeah. Their body just knows. They come here knowing. You work with them, you give them, hold on and kind of talk to their nervous system as to what it needs to do, and it happens. Okay. I like that.
And FST is going to be a pain-free, facilitated stretching. So basically we're going to stretch you. We work from the joint capsule out to elongate and stretch entire fascia lines instead of individual muscles.
How do you decide which therapy is right for each client?
We sit down. Well, generally we'll have a conversation with when they call us or text us. We'll reach out to them, ask them what they have going on, what they're feeling, and then explain the different modalities that we have to offer. And then, depending on what they have going on, I suggest a stretch session for you, or I suggest a cranial session, or maybe we can do a combination of a stretch and a massage, depending on what they have going on. Yeah.
A lot of people will automatically want to schedule for a massage because that's what they know. They don't know about everything else. So it's one of those, I am fine giving someone a massage if they want a massage, but there's going to be some education in there too, especially with what I'm feeling in the body. If I feel like there's a lot of tightness and that could be contributing to it, that's something we would do a little bit at the end of a stretch, but then I'd recommend, it's like, this is what I would recommend. I would recommend a full body stretch. And this is why. Here are some videos for you to take home that kind of help with the stretching, but this is what I'm recommending. And
there's people that she's worked with at the end of the session. She's like, okay, I would recommend a cranial session with Matt because of what she's feeling in the nervous system and the body. She's like, this I think would be best for you to do to help with this that I'm feeling. And a lot of times people, they schedule and then they're like, okay, great. When can I come back again?
Yeah. So they'll do, like Julie, they'll do one session with you and you recommend, it's like, oh, you got to go see Matt and do this, and vice versa. And it typically works out with the people that you meet that they're really, I guess what I'm looking at, they're really receptive of what you recommend to them because you've already given them that much needed relief and trust.
The trust comes from sitting down and having the conversation before we even step into that room. Yeah. Where they get there. We're here having the conversation. This is where we create the trust and we create the foundation between the two of us so that they then feel comfortable enough going into that room to let us do whatever they're asking us to do for them.
Yeah. I know we talked about this before, but I just got to say it again to bring it home. What makes your practice different from going to a spa or a franchise massage chain?
I think the biggest difference is we're result focused. So we're not going in there and just going to be doing, as people call it, the fluff and buff. We're not going to just be concentrating on one thing. We want you to move better and to feel better. That is always our goal at every session. So we're going to be doing whatever we can to be able to help that. So with massages, we have all these tools that we will use to get you the best results, all included in the same price. We're not going to upcharge anything. We're not a car salesman. That's not what this is about. Our whole purpose and our calling is to make sure that you're getting the best session and that you're feeling the best you can. And so that, I think, is what sets us apart from other chains, that's what they focus on is the number. You are a person first and foremost, and we're going to treat the whole body and not just as a number.
So yes, we want you to come see us because you're helping us. You're paying our bills, but ultimately we want to, our whole intention is to get you moving and feeling better enough that you don't need to come see us every 2 weeks or every week. We like to see you once a month as a maintenance. We might suggest every 2 to 3 weeks at the beginning until we kind of get to a point where we're both feeling like things are lasting. Once a month, if we can get you to the point where we're seeing you once a month, we're doing our job.
You're doing your job. And here's the results that you guys are looking for. You know, it helps the person in all aspects of their life. It helps them 100%. Emotionally, physically, mentally, even not just spiritually as well, because a good, healthy body affects all aspects of their life.
100%.
Correct. Yeah. We are definitely focused on quality of life, and that's how you measure it.
That's how you measure it. All right. See, a lot of these questions are overlapping. Here's a good one. If someone is dealing with chronic pain or stress right now, where should they start?
I would say just call. Make an
call?
appointment. Call, talk to us. We'll find out. Let us be able to help direct you on which one to go with, depending on what your body is experiencing.
Let you help them instead of letting them go, instead of them going on Google and trying to figure out what the problem is?
Yes.
Or ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's a popular one too. That's
Dr. Google.
Dr. Google, ChatGPT. It's like, I think Western medicine there's a place for that. I think that we're also in a society that overprescribes for pain, and I think that there's a lot of holistic alternatives that are available. Stretch, massage, cranial, there's a lot of things that can. So if it's someone who's dealing with chronic pain and they're not wanting that route, give us a call. Let's talk. Let's see what we can do for
We
you.
want to find the source of the problem and
Not abandon.
not just treat the symptom from the problem. We want to find out what is causing this symptom so that it goes away, in which then the pain goes away.
Yeah. You want to find the root of the
source.
problem, not
Yeah.
just put a Band-Aid on it and expect it to
Right.
get better.
Yes.
Right.
And how soon can someone typically get an appointment?
So I am booking about 5 weeks out.
5 weeks out.
So I always tell people to pre-book. With Matt right now, he's about 2 weeks out. So depending on what's needed, sometimes it is quicker to get in with Matt, but we're accepting new clients. So we're always willing to see people.
So anywhere between 2 to 5 weeks.
So depending on who you want to see, some people only want to see a female therapist, which I understand. Some people only want to see a male therapist, which is neither one of us can be offended. If you say I'd rather see a female, okay, fine. And if you can't wait for her, if it's too far out, I know other female therapists. I can maybe put you in touch with one of them that can maybe get you in sooner.
So you care more about taking care of them than anything else.
Yeah, I want your business, but if I can't see you soon enough, I'm going to find you somebody that you can go see that's going to help get you the relief that you need sooner.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people would appreciate that. I think that was the Nordstrom's approach way back when. If you can't find our product here, we have our associates here who are going to find it somewhere, so that when it takes care of you, it doesn't help us.
Yeah, 100%.
At the end of the day, that's what it's about. That's what we got into this. We want to help people as much as we can, and that is getting them the relief that they need.
What does working with you look like over time? Is it a one-time thing? I know we said it's probably ongoing because you said once a month.
It can. And some people will come in. They're like, "All right, great, thanks. We'll never see them again." We pretty much already know that when they come in and we've worked with them at the end of the session. We're like, "Okay, we're not going to see them again." You just know.
We have clients that are the type they're only going to come in for service when their body's screaming at them. When it's not screaming, they're fine until it's screaming again. Then there's other ones who don't want to listen to the body scream, so they are more willing to get that 5,000-mile oil change. And so they're okay with doing the maintenance. And we're big on maintenance. It's prevention, it's self-care, and that's what we should be doing. So we do recommend doing a maintenance.
It's not a luxury anymore. It's not considered a luxury anymore. It used to be, massage used to be considered, it's a luxury. Only the people that have money go get the massage. No, it's more self-care. It's more, like she was saying,
Your well-being.
It's for your overall well-being. It's going to help you move and live and be better for your family, it's in general. It's just.
So it's not luxury, it's more healthcare.
Yeah.
It is, 100%. Actually, in California, they finally passed it that massage actually falls into the healthcare field.
Is that right?
Yes.
And so actually do fall under fall under being healthcare providers as well.
So right now we're changing the environments and talks of what real massage therapy is.
Correct.
Yes.
Where can people go to learn more about your services?
We have Facebook. They can put in New Beginnings with Holistic Touch. It will pop up there. They can also go to our website, and I'll have all of our services plus reviews on there.
And what is the best way for someone to reach out and book with you?
They can book it through our website, or they can even text us.
Book or text?
Book or text.
Can they call as well?
Yeah, 100%
Yep, they can.
call as well.
Texting's a little bit quicker. If we're in session, it's a little bit easier just to send a response back that way. But if they want a phone call, just say, I'd like a phone call, and we'll call you back.
Yeah.
All right.